Hi again. So this will be vlog entry number 3. Beep. 3, whatever. um, yes, I'm wearing the same thing I am in vlog entry number 2 because it's the same day and I'm on a roll. And I'm gonna keep going since I have, since this is like an emotional release to me, which was talked about in vlog number 2 and vlog number 1 releases. The topic for this vlog is going to be dating a writer, which I also talked about briefly in vlog number 2. I call myself a writer. I am a writer. I write every day. Whether it be little things or big things, I write. The beauty about dating a writer or being involved with a writer is that you'll never have to worry about us not paying attention to you because we're very observant. It's necessary for writers to be observant, or else we're not very good writers. There are downsides to writers. A lot of us are overdramatic. I've been called that a couple of times in my life. However, we mean well. Writers are very passionate, I think, about life. Whether life brings us down or whether we think life is beautiful, we're very passionate. And I think with being a writer, there are two things you have to worry about: either being overly loved or completely rejected because we're so into ourselves. I honestly think those are the two things that you can come across with a writer, because I think a great writer is we're all or nothing, so to speak. So either we're extremely passionate towards everything, or we have this sort of block, this sort of wall in front of us, and we're really only focused on what we have to say. I wouldn't say I'm the second one. I'm very concerned and caring about everyone. And I overly love, like I love too much. I think I smother a lot of people. But continuing on with being involved with a writer, or just writing in general, as I stated in my second video, writing is such a release. And every day I put things into my phone, my old ass phone. I'll give you guys examples. Every time I get an epiphany or something that I like that sounds in my head, I make sure I put it down so I could do something with it later. What a proper time to bleed. Chimes that sound like a song. Can you read my fucking story? Tell me now. And her cigarettes that smell of campfires and coffee. Either you have a coat of armor or a sense of humor. No measure of time will be long enough. Let's start with forever. The sky belongs to the stars. No past, no problems, just the moment. Say you'll be my good night. My life feels like a metal song with all its breakdowns. I've cried so much my tears have gone dry. We found each other in the dark. Blush for me one more time. Let me fall in love with you again. To only grow and be together again. I want to fall in love with the weirdo, the one in the creepy hat. Those are just little things that come to mind in my head, and I put it down so I could put it in one of my stories at one point, or if I can put it in a poem. Or if I want to romanticize someone and I'm like, hey, remember when I was thinking of that? Maybe I should slide that into the conversation. Or if I just want to give one of my friends some positive feedback. Let's look through my text. Let's see what I've got, or let's see what I can pull out of my ass right now. I'm a great mini storyteller, and I've had a lot of people actually just text me, tell me a story. It's weird because I don't, some of these people I barely know, but I think they just enjoy that aspect of me, and I kind of don't mind. If I'm not doing anything, I'm just like, why not? Or if my friend's having a really hard day, I'll write them a little story. My famous story is talking about a seed and how everyone, all of us, we're seeds. We're little seeds. And obviously seeds need dirt to grow, right? Well, we're also the dirt. Everyone you encounter is dirt. And you will be so lucky to have rain, to have sunshine, because obviously without rain and sun and oxygen, we're not going to grow. So these three components will be made out of people who are really close to you, your friends, your family, your loved one, maybe your children if you have them at this point. But it's important to know until you fully have grown and accepted and come to love yourself that you are still a seed. And this story should, if you are listening, should give you hope, because seeds there's room for growth. That means there's always room for growth. And I always say at the end of the story that yes, you need dirt, you need sun, you need oxygen, you need these things to grow, to be a plant, to be whatever plant that you choose to be, to grow. But you have to want to grow. You have to be your own dirt, your own sun, your own rain, your own oxygen. You have to be the thing that wants to keep growing, because if a seed doesn't want to grow, these things that help promote growth, I mean, yeah, it has it helps a little, but if you don't want to grow, then you don't grow. You can't, you'll always be a seed. It's one of the stories I usually stick with, because I like my nature, and I think it's really easy for people to understand how a plant grows. It's very simple. So within its simplicity, I make it this complex, let's think about it a little more sort of thing, and I think it helps people. I think it shines some light on them. And if you want a story, hey, hit me up. Tell me, Jasmine, give me a story, because it helps my creativity and it gives me something to do, and it's nice for me to think of a new metaphor or just create something that I can use for other people. I promote positivity, and when I can help, I love to do it. Um, but yeah, if you don't know a writer, get to know one, because let me tell you, they put some insight into your life, and even if it's not something you want to go by, it's something to definitely make you think. And if you like to think, then you'll like us. We put an interesting perspective into your life, and some of us are very pushy, and some of us are very laid back, and some of us are in between. But we make things interesting, and it's good to think. And I mean, I guess that's all I have to say about being a writer or being involved with one. So get a friend, blog about it, a writing friend. That's all for today, guys. Bye.